Who should file Form 121? When should you submit it? And what happens if you make a mistake? If these questions are on your mind, this video is for you. We are answering the most common FAQs on Form 121, the new form that has replaced 15G and 15H this year. Number 1. Who is eligible to fill Form 121? If you have a tax liability, this form is not for you. Only those with zero tax liability can claim TDS exemption through Form 121. Also, this form is only for resident individuals and HUFs. Companies, firms and NRIs are not eligible. Number 2. Is there a separate form for senior citizen? No, earlier Form 15G was only for non-senior citizens and 15H for senior citizens. Now, there's just one form, 121 for everyone, regardless of age. Number 3. For which incomes can you claim TDS exemption using this form? Form 121 covers incomes like interest from FDs, bonds, EPF withdrawals, pensions and similar sources. For the complete list, refer to Note 5 in the form. Number 4. Is PAN compulsory? Yes, absolutely. A valid PAN is mandatory. If your PAN is invalid or entered incorrectly, your form will get rejected. Number 5. How many Form 121s do you need to submit every year? You need to submit the form to each payer separately, and that too every financial year. But if you have multiple investments with the same bank or issuer, one form per year is enough. Number 6. What does tax year mean in the form? Tax year is a new term introduced under the Income Tax Act 2025. It replaces both assessment year and previous year. In this form, you need to mention the correct financial year 2026 and 27 as tax year, since that's when your income is being taxed. Number 7. What happens if you give false information? Under Section 482, a false declaration in Form 121 can lead you to penalties and even a jail term of up to 2 years. Never submit incorrect details just to avoid TDS. The consequences are serious. Number 8. When should you submit Form 121? At the start of the financial year or before, your first payment is due, whichever comes first. Number 9. If you miss submitting it on time, TDS will get deducted, but you can claim it back while filing your ITR. Number 10. Is it compulsory to fill Form 121? No, it's not compulsory. But if your total tax liability is zero, it's strongly recommended. It prevents unnecessary TDS deductions on your eligible income. Number 11. How can you download Form 121? It's pretty simple. You can get the form directly from the income tax website. We have added the link in the description. Alternatively, you can also check out the website of your peer, as many financial institutions have begun providing this form. Number 12. How do you submit this form? You only need to fill Part A and submit it to the payer, either physically or digitally. There are platforms like Grip Invest that let you fetch the form directly. With most details already pre-filled, you just need to add your previous ITR details and sign the declaration. That's a wrap on Form 121 FAQs. Still have questions? Drop them in the comments below and follow Fixed Returns Academy by Grip Invest for more updates like this.
Fixed returns do not constitute guaranteed or assured returns. Investments in corporate debt securities, municipal debt securities, securitized debt instruments are subject to credit risks, market risks, and default risks, including delay and/or default in payment. Read all the offer-related documents carefully.